Happy Monday! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kay, and today we are going to be talking about my weight loss as well as non-scale victories or NSVs after losing 70 pounds. At the very end of those two topics, I am going to input clips on my Mask Monday. I really focused today on cleaning out my pores, so you will see the products that I used and some of the steps I took before doing my makeup today. So very first, I do want to talk about how much I've lost since last Monday. Since last Monday, I have dropped 5.4 pounds, which is a lot. That is not typical for a week for weight loss at all. I did not starve myself. I did not deprive myself. I went out to eat twice this past weekend with my girlfriends. We were out on a girls' weekend in the Poconos, and I just really am excited about this 5.4 pounds, and it's really because it's bloat weight that came off. Bloat weight, water weight, whatever you want to refer to it as. Really what caused this bloat weight is when I gained all the weight when I was back in Massachusetts for those 3 weeks. So now that my water weight's in, I can tell the difference in my body too. Even just looking in the full-size mirror at the cottage that we were staying at, I could definitely tell the differences in my body even just from last week. So that is definitely something that has changed, and that is why I lost the 5.4 pounds. Now that I believe that should be most of my water weight or bloat weight, I can focus now on true weight loss and pounds coming off. One way to get rid of bloat weight, if that's something that you struggle with sometimes, or if you just have a crazy week of eating, is just rehydrate your body. Just focus on drinking as much water as you can, if you can. Now, I know that the more water you drink, the more you have to use the bathroom, which is one of my main issues, especially where my profession, I can't just get up and go to the bathroom whenever I need to. So that is something that over this next week, I do need to train my body to be better with just kind of absorbing the liquids and kind of holding it, I guess, if that makes sense, so that when I get back into my workflow, I won't have issues with trying to stay hydrated. So that is something that I'm going to be working on, still continuing to drink as much water as I can. I aim for about 64 ounces of water a day, whether I'm trying to lose bloat weight or not. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't, but if I don't, I at least get close to it, or I at least have a goal that I'm striving for. And I think that that's progress in itself versus just always drinking soda or other things that I was really fond of drinking for a very long time. So that is my weight loss update as of right now. I look forward to losing about 10 more pounds, which will bring me down to what my lowest weight was before I started summer. And once I hit that weight, I'll be very happy and excited, because that will mean that I am that much closer to my long-term weight loss goal. I will talk more about that in further videos. I'm still kind of getting comfortable being in front of camera, and there's only so much personal information I want to share, which is why I'm not giving you exact numbers of my weigh-ins. I'm just kind of telling you overall my progress of how much I've lost since I've started. And I know if I were to tell you my highest weight, you would do the math, and I'm not ready for you to do that yet. So I'm going to hold off until I feel a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera to really share those details with you. But something that I do want to share with you are my non-scale victories after losing 7 pounds. Now, some of these aren't always noticeable. Some of them took me a while to notice, and some of them were things that happened right away while I was losing. So a more recent one that I realized in this last 2 months, I think it was June that we had gone to Hershey Park, the amusement park, was that I was able to fit in the rides and the seats a lot better than I was the last time that I went. I didn't need assistance pushing down on bars or buckling myself in. In fact, I had it tighten in a few places. And that was really exciting. And if you are a plus size man or woman and you have a full figured body, I'm sure you understand and feel the excitement for me, because I know that that's a main reason that a lot of people of bigger size don't go to amusement parks. It's the fear of embarrassment and not being able to truly sit in rides and enjoy the experience. So that was a huge non-scale victory that I was able to achieve, and that felt really amazing. Another one that kind of goes along with the amusement park is just being able to move better. Being able to go upstairs a lot easier without huffing and puffing. being able to walk long distances without dying or my back feeling like it's going to give out. Now, I still do have a weak back and have back issues sometimes, but my back in general has gotten so much better since dropping 70 pounds. It doesn't ache nearly as much anymore, and I am able to stand for longer periods of time, especially with my job. That's important. I hardly ever sit at my job. I'm on my feet constantly. It's easy for me to hit 10,000 steps a day when I'm wearing my Fitbit or my Apple Watch and I'm tracking it. So it's just made a world of difference in how my body feels every day. I've gone on long walking trips in terms of, okay, Teddy just moved. It's between Teddy and I that this camera just keeps moving. So I apologize for like if it's shaking or being unsteady. It's just, we're just filming on my bed. So we're just in a comfy location. But anyway, so also a few months ago, my boyfriend and I did a day trip to DC, which included a lot of walking in the beginning that we didn't really plan for, but it was totally cool. And I was able to do that without feeling like I was going to die. It was very hot and we were very sweaty and we were very uncomfortable, but hey, sweatiness makes the heart grow fonder, right? So we were able to survive that experience. I was able to survive it. And so just in losing weight, moving in general has made me feel so much better and has really gotten me to activity levels that I can go to the gym and take a strength training class. And yes, I need modifications, and yes, I need to take a break sometimes while they're still pushing through, but I'm doing it. And I'm doing it, whereas before I couldn't do it, or I was scared to try to do it because I didn't want to embarrass myself, or I thought that there was too much that I couldn't do. And yes, I'm totally unbalanced and uncoordinated, and I know that, so I do still know my limitations to some extent, but I'm more willing to try different athletic things in order to increase my endurance, in order to increase just my overall healthiness. So that is something that has also been a huge non-scale victory. Another one was honestly having swollen feet. For a long time, I was dying at work because it was always, I think, my right foot that was always so swollen that it was barely fitting in my shoes, as well as it would just hurt nonstop. Going downstairs was painful, especially at the end of the night when I was home, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. I don't have any idea as to exactly what caused it, but I'm assuming it was probably something that has to do with sodium intake or not enough circulation, which not enough circulation, I don't know that I completely believe that's the reason, because like I said, with my job, I'm on my feet all day long. So even at that point where I was heavier, I was still on my feet walking around. It just wasn't maybe to the extent that I am now. I purposefully walk further distances and take more steps and jot around my classroom more than I would have before. I would have kind of stayed in the same areas. So, I mean, I do get more movement now, but I still feel like I probably should have gotten enough circulation then. But regardless, my feet were painful and swollen, and now my feet have actually shrunk a little bit. There is a new pair of shoes I got a few months ago that I had to buy a shoe size, a half a shoe size smaller, and they're just, looking at them now, they're, I feel like, exactly what they should be. They no longer hurt me, and they really just don't get swollen. So that is another huge NSV that, you know, I wouldn't have even really thought linked exactly to my weight, but it clearly did if it went away when I lost weight. The next non-scale victory that everyone experiences at some point is smaller sizes of clothes. I have been able to drop down sizes in clothes. I've dropped down a whole pant size. Actually, probably 2 pant sizes since the beginning of my journey. And more recently, I did drop down into a smaller size. So 2 sizes since the beginning, 1 size recently. My shirt size has dropped. I even just ordered online a bunch of clothes from Maurice's for work, and they came in different. I'm still waiting on one package with the rest of the clothes, but the first one came already. I tried some on last night. Out of the 3 items that I received in that shipment, I'm only keeping 1 pair of pants because they fit. They're my new size. The other pair I had to get in my old size, but I thought because I'm still kind of in that gray area between sizes sometimes, I thought it could fit, and it's instantly too big, and I mean, I could make it work, but if I'm gonna continue losing weight, there's no sense in keeping pants that really aren't gonna fit in even just probably a few weeks. So they're gonna be going back to the store, and I got a size smaller in a shirt than I even normally get, and that is even too big also, and it's just like a baby doll type of tee that it's okay if it's a little loose, but yeah, I definitely think it's too loose for me to truly feel comfortable in, and to be able to wear for a long time, which is what I look for in my clothes. I like durability. I like being able to have clothes that I can rely on and not have to go repurchase things over and over again because they are not quality. So I will be returning those two things, but I have to wait for my next shipment to come in, try on the rest of it, and then go from there. But new sizes of clothes are always wonderful. Now, I will say size doesn't define you. It doesn't, and who cares? Sometimes you might be a size, I don't know, maybe a size 24 in one store, but you're a size 22 in another store. Okay? Take the 22 and be happy with that and know that your body's changing. However, it's okay if you're still a size 24 in some brands because brands are all different. I've been watching a lot of Carrie Dayton lately, and she has been going to different stores. The one I watched recently was her Target one, where she tried on all different brands and different sizes of the brands and kind of figured out her sizing that way, and she was all over the place too. And so it's just, notice how your body is changing in your clothes and be excited about new sizes, but don't let it break you if your sizes are inconsistent with different stores and brands, is essentially what I'm trying to say here. And sorry about the shaking. I'm just really excited, and my bed is bouncy, and this is comfy. Okay. Next is mirror glances. We have all walked by mirrors and caught glances of ourselves that were either very positive and we were excited about what we look like. Maybe we liked our outfit of the day. Maybe we have lost weight we noticed in our bodies. Maybe our makeup is just gorgeous and you're on point. For whatever reason, you might be really excited. And then other times you walk by a mirror and you're like, who that chick? I hope that's not me. I look a lot larger than I remember. Or these pants do not look flattering on me, or you know, whatever your thought process may be when you look in that mirror, it's not always positive, although hopefully everybody can get to a point that they can look into a mirror and love themselves regardless of their size. I do think it is a huge mental struggle for a lot of people to do that. And I'm one of them. And during my weight loss, I did notice my weight loss a lot in mirrors. I check myself out a lot in mirrors in public, more now than I ever did, because I'm a lot more excited about what my body is starting to look like. Yes, I still have a good amount of ways to go before I will feel totally confident in my body and to where I feel like I'm at my healthiest. However, I can still be super proud of my body the way that it is right now and love my body the way that it is right now and still have a goal to continue to lose weight. And now that I've lost 70 pounds and I'm not ashamed to look up, like even my fingers used to be definitely sausage fingers, and my fingers have even lost weight. I don't know what ring size I am, but I know I've lost weight in my rings because the ones that I have now don't fit at all. So my body is really starting to excite me, that's just what I'm saying. I like looking at myself in the mirror. I know it's me, and I'm all about it. One of the last non-skill victories I'm going to be talking about is chairs. Being able to sit comfortably in certain chairs. Some chairs have arms on them, especially older style dining chairs. And for the plus size person, it is not always the most comfortable. It digs into our sides, and it's quite embarrassing when we can't fit or when we are spilling over. And for a few years now, I've had trouble sitting in those chairs. And I go to this one house that I particularly do usually sit in a chair with arms just because that's how it normally happens. And this past summer I sat in that same chair again and I didn't even touch the sides and the arms. What? Yeah, you heard me. I didn't even touch the sides of the arms. It wasn't uncomfortable. I sat there perfectly fine, and it was just such a good feeling. And I know other people in my life have witnessed this lately too in their own bodies, and I'm so excited for you because it really is such a great feeling to know that you're not being squeezed into something, that you just fit naturally. It's not something that you have to think twice about. Chairs can either make our self-esteem or break our self-esteem if you are a plus size person. The last non-scale victory that I'm going to be sharing with you guys that has come about this summer is taking full body pictures. I would run from cameras before. I'd get upset if people were trying to take pictures of me, or I just wouldn't have a happy face, or I'd say delete that, or I'd untag myself if they were posted on social media. And even most of my Snapchats and Instagram pictures and Facebook pictures, most of them are still from like probably the chest up or neck up. And I feel like that's natural for a lot of people, especially people that feel uncomfortable with their weight. It's just natural. It's how it is. But this past summer, I have been taking more full body photos. There's two in particular that I love. One is of my dad, my sister, and I when we went mini golfing together. My dad's girlfriend also went, but we just happened to take a photo of the three of us. And then the second photo is of my great uncle Mac and I together. I have not seen him since I was a child, so that was a really special moment for me to reconnect with him. He is such an amazing man, and I have a lot of respect for him and always have been, and I look forward to spending more time with him very soon. Hopefully I can set that up with my work schedule and be able to take a weekend and just really spend some quality time with him. So being able to have those full body pictures and not feel disgusted when I look at them and have those types of memories that are special and that I don't hate because of the pictures is a really big growing moment for me. And there was even past pictures that I've gone to like years ago when I was probably, honestly I don't know how much I weighed then, but I wasn't happy with my body at all. And I had some professional pictures taken for a specific reason, and I did not use a single picture that I was intended to use because I was disgusted in how I looked in those photos. And I never want to experience that again. I always want to be proud of my body, and losing weight is what got me to this point of feeling proud of my body and my accomplishments. So these were just some of my non-scale victories since losing 70 pounds. I'm sure there's a lot more that I can't even think of. Oh, another one, my Apple Watch. I've had to move down not band sizes, but you know those holes that you make it smaller. I've had to move down those. So that's been nice as well, having to make my watch tighter. My regular watch too, I had to take links out this last school year to make that fit because gets to cover my tattoo, so it's either a regular watch or an Apple Watch on this wrist at all times. This video is already long enough, so I'm going to get to editing it and post this for you for Weight Loss Monday. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. If you are in the process of losing weight, or if you have some goals that you want to achieve, please comment down below what your goals are, what you might be looking forward to, and what are your NSVs. Okay, something that I look forward to is in the MyFitnessPal community. If you go under general weight loss, I believe there's a long thread about most recent NSVs. That's the title of it. So if you are someone that's on MFP, check that out because you can read way post-dated ones, like way back when, of people I'm actually behind and I like to read forward. Or you can just jump right to the most recent and follow along with people and what theirs are, and that can encourage you as well. I've definitely used that as motivation in the past as well. Okay, all right, now I've talked way too much. I've got to get to editing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.